In this video, we're going to learn how to take a still image and create a short little drawing of an animation on top of that image using Adobe Photoshop. So to go ahead and get started, we'll go to the internet. One of my favorite websites to go to for free stock images is a website called Pexels.com. Okay, Pexels.com. It's filled with images where the photographer, the person that owns that photo, has graciously put it out there onto the web for other people to use and download for free. So I chose this image, and you get this free download option up there. So go ahead and click download. You want to pay attention to where you're downloading it. So I don't want necessarily to download it to the downloads folder. I'm going to go ahead and save it directly to my Creative Clouds folder. And then I'm going to rename it image for animation, I'll say. So that way it's really clear. I know what it's going to be used for. I already did this, so normally I would click save. Alright, and then you're going to open up Photoshop, and you're going to follow these steps. The first thing you're going to do is create a new document. So we're going to go File, New. And when you go to File, New, we're looking for that option up top that says Film and Video. And then the preset you're looking for is the HD TV 1080p option. And click Create, and that will open up your document. Now there's a few things we're going to be looking for. Okay, we're going to look for, I'm just going to close these. We want the timeline to show up at the bottom. To find that timeline option, we're going to go to Window, scroll down to Timeline, and that will pop up down here. And now you'll have the option of video timeline or frame animation. We're still focusing on frame animation in my class, so we want to click frame animation and then go ahead and click on that button, and there we go, we have our first frame. Now the second thing we're going to be looking for is going to be our layers. So to see our layers, it's going to be off to the right. Go to Window, checkmark Layers, and you'll see something pop up over here. This is called our Layers palette. It has to create a new background layer at the very beginning. So it's created a white document. We can double click on this padlock, and that will unlock that, and then to lock it again, click on the padlock again, and now it's a regular layer that is locked. The first thing we're going to do after that, or I should say the next thing we're going to do after that, is bring that image in. So we're going to go File, Place Embedded. It's very important that you do Place Embedded because it's going to take that file of that image you've saved and place it in this document to live. We don't want to click Place Linked. We want to click Place Embedded. So I'm going to go to my Creative Clouds folder, find that image. There it is, image for animation, and then I go ahead and I click Place. Now I can make this larger and smaller. And when I'm done transforming it and placing it, I need to click on that check mark to commit that transformation. So I'm going to go ahead and click Enter or that check mark, and then that's put in place. Now the first thing I want to do before moving on, or the next thing, sorry I keep saying that, the next thing I want to do is lock that layer. So I'm going to take that image layer and I'm going to lock it so I don't accidentally mess up or draw on that exact layer. Now let's go back down to the timeline. For the minimum amount of frames for this project, is going to be 10. So you want to at least create 10. Once you learn what we're doing here, you can always create more. But I'm going to create 10 frames. Now I'm going to use my brush tool that's found in the toolbar. When I click on it or hover it, it shows me what I can do. I can paint with it. To paint, I'm going to draw on top of this image. And you'll notice that if I have both of my layers locked, it's not letting me draw. And if I click, it's going to give me a little warning saying, could not use the brush tool because the layer is locked. Well, we want to create new layers. So we're going to create one new layer first by clicking on the icon next to the trash symbol. And there's my new layer. Now when I take my paintbrush, I can draw on top of that. I'm going to undo that by hitting Command Z. And I want to start changing my color of my brushes. Now to change the color of my brush, the fastest and best way for this is going to be clicking on these boxes down here. The top box, it's most likely going to be black, could be another color depending on what you did last. But if I double click on that, it brings up the color picker. And I can choose any colors in the rainbow spectrum. Just choose that color. And now I can paint or draw on top of that image on that layer. Okay, so I did that. I'm going to lock that layer, and now I'm going to create another drawing. So I'm going to go onto this. Click on that button again, create a new layer. I'm going to change my color to a different color. So I just want to have some variety. And this time I want to change my brush size. I want to make my brush size smaller. To change my brush size, I'm looking at the options up here. When I click on this drop-down menu, it gives me the size option. When I show over there, you can see how big my brush is. If I scrub it to the left, you can see how small it is, and that's fine. And then you also have the hardness. So I've got a hard edge on these brush strokes that I did earlier. I'm going to scrub to the left and make it 0%. So this time you can see what happens when I paint. Now I've got a really soft edge. I'm going to go ahead and lock that layer, and then we'll do one more color. This time I'm going to choose something really bright, and let's find something kind of in the middle. There we go. Alright, so I've got my image layer. I've got 3 drawing layers, and I've got 10 frames down below. Now, when we're learning about frames and layers, what we need to do is kind of take one frame at a time. And each time you select a frame down here, it's asking you, what do you want to see on that frame? So in this instance, I'm going to turn off, by clicking on those eyeballs, I'm going to turn off all of those layers except for the white layer. Then I'm going to go to frame 2, and I'm going to turn on my image layer. Then I'm going to go to frame 3. I'm going to turn on my image and layer 1. And I'm going to go to frame 4, turn on my image layer, layer 1 drawing and layer 2 drawing. Go to frame 5, I turn everything on. Then when I go to frame 6, I'm going to start taking away the drawings that I placed. And then for the last 3, I'm just going to show the image, and you'll see what happens now. So when I click play, that's the speed that it's showing. Okay. If I don't like seeing that flash is happening because I have a white frame. I can turn that image on, and now it'll be showing that image the whole time. Let's say I want to slow things down. It's pretty fast right now. I can do a drop down on each one of these frames and change the speed of which that frame is showing. So let's go to frame 3. I'm going to change that to 0.1 second. Frame 4, I'm going to do 0.1 second. And then frame 3, where it's got all of my drawings on, I'm going to make that a little bit longer and do 0.5. Let's do 0.2, just to change it up. Let's just see what this looks like now. So it's slowed it down. I can change the speed of all of these frames. If I select the first frame, hold down Shift, that selects all of them at once. and now I do the drop down menu of one of them, and that will change it for all of them. So that's a fast way to alter the speed. Okay. The looping option is right over here. Forever will continue looping. If I change that to once, now it'll just play through once. But for this project, I'd like you to have it as looping, okay? Or as forever looping. Okay, we're going to save it as two different ways. We're going to save it, one, as a Photoshop document. So I'm going to name it image, animation, and then my name. Where in the Creative Clouds folder, format, Photoshop. Go ahead and click Save, and then OK. Second way I want to save it is as a GIF file. So I go to File, Export, Save for Web, and then when this dialog box pops up, I just click Save. Same thing, I look at my name, where it's going, and then the .gif is the file extension for a GIF file. I click Save. And now let's go look at those two files in my Creative Clouds folder. Here we go, I've got image, animation, my name.psd, that's my Photoshop document, and then my GIF file. To open up a GIF file, if I click and drag it on an internet browser like Google Chrome, it'll open up in that Chrome browser and show me my animation. Remember, this GIF file can be shared with other people, posted on social media, a really friendly, easy way to share the animations that you're creating in this file format. Whereas the Photoshop file format, you need Photoshop to open up that file. So that's why we save it as two different ways. The GIF file is what you would submit to me. So download an image, open up Photoshop, create a new document that is 1080p, HDTV option, place that image by clicking File, Place Embedded, create some new layers, draw on top of them, play with your timeline a little bit and the speed, and then save it, and there you go. You've got yourself a very quick, easy animation on top of an image. Hope this helps.